G'day everyone, today I've come fishing at the land of the giants to see if I can catch some more giants like I did last week. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Righto folks, you might remember this spot. This is where I was fishing last week when I caught the fattest carp that I've ever seen in my life. I got one on each rod. Now my rod's, everything's set up but I'm not baited up. I'm going to put worms on each rod and I'm just going to see if I can catch some more of those big fatties because they were a hell of a lot of fun, I can tell you. Here's rod number 1 going in. It's a paternoster rig, the sinker on the bottom, the loop up the top with the hook. Small hook, bunch of worms, bombs away. Now I've got something here this week that I didn't have here last week, and it's something I don't like. Can you guess what it is? It's wind. It's very windy today. I don't like angling in the wind, especially this time of year when the fish bites and it's really finicky. The wind can just make it a bit harder to determine whether it's a bite or whether it's the wind, but it is what it is. There's my hook size. Tiny. I like fishing with small hooks. Now you may have noticed when I filmed the introduction that I wasn't wearing a mask. Don't crack it with me, let me explain. Daniel Andrews, our Premier, said this morning that we need to wear a mask starting Sunday night. It's currently Thursday, so I've got a few days free. Quite often, by the time you see this video, it's been a few days since I filmed it, so by the time you see this video, it'll be compulsory for me and everybody else in Victoria to wear a mask when we're outdoors, but it's not yet. At the time of filming, it is not compulsory. I just wanted to clear that up before people growled at me. Rod number 2 can go over there. I reckon this is getting a bite. It doesn't look like it because of the wind, but it just looked like it had a couple of nice sort of bites there a minute ago. There it goes. I reckon that's a fish. Got him. It was a bloody bite. I was right. Have I got a ginormous 189-pound fat carp? I'm guessing I probably have. Whatever it is fighting like mad. Where's my I've got something with me that I didn't bring last week. Fish grips to help me land them, because last week I had all kind of issues. I could barely see that bite, I could barely detect it. Gee whiz, look at the size of the splash. This is the land of the giants. I haven't seen it yet, but it feels very heavy. Just gotta hope it doesn't wrap me around any of those snags out there like they did last week. I was looking at it and I'm thinking, is that a bite or not? Here he comes. He's not nearly as big as the ones I got last week. He's still big, but he's not. Yeah, similar size. Thought he was a bit smaller, but I don't think he is. Hopefully the lip grips help me out a little bit here and speed this landing process up. Yeah. It's still awkward because I can't get out all that far because it's that grassy stuff. Ugh. There we go folks, he's in, and he's fat, and he's got like a big sore on his side. Look at that. I wonder what's caused that. I wonder if it's the one I lost last week. See that big red, sit still, look at that big red sore there. I wonder what's caused that. Right, now sit next to my rod please, so that I can go and get my phone and get a picky of you, fatso. The problem that I have is that all the pictures are going to look the same. It's going to look exactly the same as the photos that I took last week. I just realised that I forgot to measure that fish. I never even thought to do it. For anybody wondering its length, it wasn't as big as some of the carp I've been catching lately. I reckon it was probably in the low 50s, 50 to 52 centimetres maybe. It wasn't a massive fish. I'm going to bite already. It can't be, it's got to be the wind. Surely that's the wind. It's got to be the wind. Good old fish brain. I've just jumped on the old mobile and I've got the photo of the big fat carp and I've put it on fish brain and it comes up with a selection of fish common in the area. There's a big carp and underneath it says common in the area: brook trout, tarpon, red drum, salmon, sand whiting and Skamania trout. Skamania trout and red drum. I think I brought the wrong bait. Oh, I was on the phone to Loretta and I just said, gotta go. So I'm sorry folks, I've missed the hookup. This rod hasn't had a nibble. That one there's caught that one fish and had a couple of nibbles. This one's had nothing. And I was just on the phone to Loretta, then all of a sudden I just went, boom. Didn't even bounce, it just pulled down really slow and stayed down. And I said, gotta go. This is epically big. The land of the giants. If I land this fish, that will be 4 big fat spawning carp that I've taken out of this one spot. That's if I land him. I've got to get that far first. I'm only using 4-pound line here. You can tell just by the sound of the swirl that, oh no, he's got me other line. Look at the big bite I'm getting on this other rod. I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon untangling line here. That is so uncool. Oh no. I'm so sorry I missed the hookup folks. I was on the phone to Loretta. Oh, look at this one, geez. Oh, he's way down there now. And geez, I might be kicking myself for forgetting my tape measure. I haven't even got my hand saw that I used to measure my fish with last time I was here. I reckon this one feels a lot bigger than that. I reckon the iometer put that last one at about 50 centimetres. Insane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the carp brain. Whoa, no. Look at the bend in the rod. The little wild bait 1 to 2 kilo or whatever it is, 2 to 4 kilo wild bait rod. I can't let him swim too far because he's dragging this other line around with him. He might have lifted. Maybe I can go way up here and do it. Where's my phone? I put that in my pocket. I was just on it when I got the bite because I might be able to go up there somewhere away from this line. Well, now he's gone right down there. In a hell of a mess. Brett Corker, if you're watching, I'm in a hell of a mess. I caught those 2 big ones last week, and this is the second one I've hooked today, and this is fighting harder than any of the others that I've caught. When I was talking to the farmer from the farmhouse over there last week, he come down and said, "G'day, he reckons there's carp in here 3 foot long." He said, "You'll catch carp 3 foot long in here." I'm starting to think he wasn't exaggerating. I barely moved this fish. He's just casually swimming up there, you know, into all those snags, dragging the other line. This is insane. This is an epic jewel. If I think he's bigger than the biggest one I got last week, if I think he's going to be some kind of a record-breaking fish, I will find a way to measure him against my rod or something. I've got to remember to bring bloody tape measures everywhere I go. Maybe I need a key ring. No, I don't. I've already got a work swipe card on there. It's already big enough. Look at this other line here, would you? Well, that's going to be so tangled. Maybe I should just reel that line in. Wheel it in with both rods. Sort out the mess later. wonder how this would fight a fish this big and fat if the water was a lot warmer, like in say October, November. I apologise if I'm sniffing, but the wind is, there's a cold wind. It's actually a very cold afternoon, and I've got the sniffles a little bit. I think that's just gone under that line. Actually, I don't actually think that that's tangled. I wonder if I can. I think look, I'm not even tangled. Look. Now, if I can keep this away from that other line now, I'm free. I'm not tangled. Geez, there must be a lot of big fat carp in here. This is just one hole, one pool in a creek that's probably 70 or 80 kilometres long. And this is the fourth big monster that I'm taking out, presuming I'm about to land it. It's huge! It doesn't look, oh no, yes he does. I was going to say, it doesn't look as fat, but he does. We've got an E flat down to an E. Righto. Come on, we're going to have a carp with a head flat, surely. Oh, come on. This is the hardest part because I'm sort of high sticking my rod here, which isn't a good thing. He is only just hooked with the tiniest little bit of hook on his bottom lip, you know. He is just nipped in the bottom lip. Oh, there's no way I'm going to land this fish. He'll get off in a second. I'm surprised he hasn't already. If he does, I'm not going to be too upset because just removing this carp isn't really going to make much difference to this creek, I don't think. He's got red sore on him like the other one too. I think there's some kind of dermatitis, fish dermatitis going through here or something maybe. Here we go, time to move in, time to make a move. Oh shit. Remember what I said a minute ago about you shouldn't high stick? Remember I said, hey, this why? Remember I said I'm high sticking this and you shouldn't probably do that with a graphite rod? Well, that's why. I've just broken a wild bait stick by high sticking a graphite rod. Anyway, it's not the first time you've seen me do that on my channel. Oh, no, I've broken the line! No! Oh no! I broke the rod, I broke the line, the carp got off. I'm in a hell of a mess. I should be angry, but you know what, I'm really not. I don't get angry about these sort of things. The only thing I am angry about, I haven't got another rod with me. And I don't know how I done it, but I managed to break it into 3 bits. Now, I just said a minute ago, I was high sticking that. What it means is I was holding it right up high like that while the fish was right down in front of me. What that does, it bends the top too sharp. I really needed to get in there with the fish, hold this rod back and put more of a bend over the length of the rod rather than just the tip. I knew what I was doing was a big risk. And that's what the outcome was. I've now got a 4-piece rod, a 4-piece wild bait stick. Bugger. I've actually got another one of these at home. I've got 2 wild bait sticks. Well, I've got 1 now. Say fish, thanks for nothing. Thanks for breaking me rod. I hooked a fish so big it broke me fishing rod. I really like this little Piscafun Viper too, but it's hard to get the line under this little line clip here. I haven't had a single nibble since that carp broke my rod before, absolutely nothing. I'm going to come back over and have another crack at him soon. In the words of the Terminator, your claws, give them to me now. Wait, that's the wrong line. I'll be back. I sound more like Matthias Coleman, the finance minister.